Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let y'all know this video was brought to you by BetUS. Big BetUS in the building, man. Bringing you everything you need to stay in tune, stay in tech, man. If you listen, 150% on your first deposit, you can't beat that. 125% on your next two deposits after that, you really can't beat that either. Listen, man, if you bet on the Eagles, you win a lot of money. So make sure you tap in with BetUS. Also, the hats went out. People are getting their emails. Thank y'all for your patience. The Hurt Season Super Bowl MVP hats are out. And up until April 21st, April 25th, with your purchase of a Hurt Season hat, you know what I'm saying? It puts you in the running to sit with me. Big field side situation when we drop the banner week 1 Super Bowl champs. Sit with your boy LB. Opening day. It's going to be a movie, man. You see, I'm joined by Tia. This was the first one, belt to ass. And I'm joined by the lovely Tamara. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I think I'm going to give this one away. Look at the details. Look at, you can't see it because my lights, it's crazy, man. It say BTA at the top. It say what it's supposed to say. 40-22 right here. You know what I mean? 17 birds, Hurt Season. Everything we live by. Lunchtime with the bullies. I think I'm going to give this one away to somebody, but we going to see. Let's get into it, man. The guys are at the Combine, man, and I love everything that's going on at the Combine. I love how we sound. I love everything about this team right now. Who wouldn't love the Philadelphia Eagles coming off of a Super Bowl win? And Howie Roseman is saying everything he's supposed to say, man. So in the news right now, they're saying that the Commanders could be big players for Myles Garrett. And they saying that we ain't about to let that happen. Why would we let that happen? Let's make it make sense. Oh, they scared. They scared of us if we get Myles Garrett. No, y'all should be scared of us. We just won a Super Bowl. Nobody's scared of y'all. What are you talking about? The summer's ours. But anyway, why would we let Myles Garrett go to a division rival when he could come to a Super Bowl winner? Who are y'all to say that y'all can change Myles Garrett's fate? We can get him to a Super Bowl. I like the odds of us getting Myles Garrett, but the thing about it is man, you got to understand what Howie Roseman is. Howie Roseman is not a stranger to giving up capital to get a player he believes in. He's not a stranger to that. We have yet to see Howie Roseman trade a young, promising player, you know what I mean, to go get a needle mover like Myles Garrett, but that's what it's going to have to take when you think about it, man. You might could get Huff out of here, you know what I'm saying? You probably, I hate to say, but Nolan Smith might be in the package for that. This is Myles Garrett we're talking about. Nolan Smith is on an up and up, and I believe the Philadelphia Eagles understand that you need young players to perform. Howie Roseman talked about that at the Combine as well. But, yeah, that's it. That's the thing, man. Do you want your young guys to continue to perform? Your young guys played in the bowl. They won a Super Bowl. Nolan Smith looked great in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hunt looked good in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I can understand Huff. Huff got to be gone, Huff. I can understand that situation. But, you know, when you got young guys that can perform on that stage, you know what I mean, in a Super Bowl on a rookie deal, that's just as valuable as an elite player who hasn't gone nowhere. I say it again for the people in the back. Elite players with elite accolades who haven't gone anywhere, haven't been on a deep playoff run. I think them young guys that could perform on a rookie deal is just as valuable, man. I think a championship pedigree is just as valuable as any elite player in the league. These guys won at Georgia, and then they won in the NFL. All they know about is winning. They know about what it takes to win. They know about more what it takes to win than Myles Garrett. They do. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't want Myles Garrett, but Nolan Smith know more about what it takes to win than Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. He do. Than Bosa. He do. He just do. At his young, tender age, got a natty, got a world championship. Holla at me when some of them guys on that same level in terms of winning and in terms of doing first round pick, lived up to the hype. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of iffy if I want to give up on my young proven talent. You know what I mean? And just to take a swing at a guy that's going to cost money. You know what I mean? A guy that's got to come in and adopt the culture. When people been kissing the feet of a Miles Sanders for years, he's been the only one getting the pass for being bad on that Browns team. I don't think can Myles Garrett be bought in? That's another thing we got to worry about. Can Myles Garrett buy into what we got going over here, man? All that stuff matter. These young guys got him out the crib, got him out the cradle. They bought in to what had to be bought into, and now they world champs. So, you know, I like it, man. I like how it sounds and all of that, man. You know, they try to get Howie to talk about it in Tampa, but you really can't catch Howie slipping. Howie ain't one of them bulls.
How many years have you been doing this?
Long enough to know I shouldn't ask, but I had to ask.
I figured. I appreciate that. You know, I'm not going to talk about anyone under contract with another team. I think that, you know, so one thing that I can promise our fans is that there will not be a player that's available that we won't study, that we won't look at and see if it can help the team. Sometimes those opportunities work and you're able to do that, and sometimes they don't.
How would you?
I could talk about this team, not going back to 2017. We have a lot of guys who I think are in the prime of their careers under long-term contracts. Not saying that team did. Well, I could talk about this team, not going back to 2017. We have a lot of guys who I think are in the prime of their careers under long-term contracts. Not saying that team didn't, who are kind of in this 26, 27, 28-year-old range. And so really we have to do whatever we can to make sure that we keep this window open for as long as possible. The most important season is this one coming up, 2025, and doing whatever we can to maximize that. But we have to get creative to make sure that we're keeping as many of our good players as we can. I sat up here last year and I said that's going to include playing young players, and I think that's going to be a huge part of what we are going forward, because we're fortunate enough to have a lot of good players who are making a lot of money.
But, why is everybody so scared of the tush push? Why is everybody's sentiments is let's ban the tush?
Should have been illegal 3 years ago. No, the tush push play, I was never been a big fan. There's just no other play in our game where you can absolutely get behind somebody and push them, pull them off, do anything.
To me, there's always been an injury risk with that play, and I've expressed that opinion for the last couple of years or so when it really started to come into play the way it's being used, especially a year ago. So I just feel like players' safety and the health and safety of our players has to be at the top of our game, which it is. It's just that play to me has always been the way that the techniques that are used with that play to me have been potentially contrary to the health and safety of the players, and so again, you have to go back though in fairness to the injury data on the play, but I just think the optics of it I'm not in love with.
We really haven't had very many discussions about it. I'm sure we will over the next few weeks as we head into the owners' meetings. But so I'm aware that we did, but really haven't had many discussions about it.
What are your thoughts on the play?
Sorry.
What are your thoughts on the play?
I know we're not very successful against it. I know that. But to be honest with you, I have not put much thought into it. It's been around for a while. We've used it in different fashions with our tight end. Again, I think there'll be a lot of discussions about it. I got to kind of look at some of the information as far as injury rates, things like that, to see. But we'll see.
Everybody talking so greasy about the tush push, and Doug McDermott, man, the ball's on this guy. You know what I mean? They run the tush push almost as much as the Philadelphia Eagles. They do. Why penalize the Eagles for something that y'all can't stop? You got coaches all over the league. The play is not optically pleasing. They used to say that about black quarterbacks who had athletic ability. That used to not be optically pleasing. Josh Allen's style of play that he plays with right now used to not be optically pleasing. In fact, that's the only one that they make it seem like it's optically pleasing is Josh Allen. When Josh Allen run and scramble and all that. He the only one that looked good doing it though, right? The only one. I saw a graphic in the playoffs where Josh Allen had a similar game to Jalen Hurts, 100-something passing yards, but Josh Allen ran for 2 touchdowns. The graphic said Josh Allen had 100 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. And they won. Jalen Hurts' graphic, 100 passing yards, they didn't even count his rushing touchdown. Come on, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear what look optically pleasing or whatever, man. Get some bigger offensive linemen, bigger defensive linemen, try to duplicate it or try to stop it. Howie Roseman talks about an emphasis, almost an obsession with drafting in the trenches. How about y'all adopt that mindset? How about y'all adopt that mindset and stop crying all the time? Stop crying. Stop crying, man. I ain't trying to hear it, man. So obviously we picked 32nd in the National Football League this year. It's only really one way you could do that. That's by winning one of these. You know what I'm saying? So we picked 32nd this year. And I haven't really done any mock drafts. I'm going to wait till the combine. I'm going to look at whose athleticism and whose traits pop off at the radar, because I could see us going in the trenches in the first round. You would just win a Super Bowl. Why not go out there and try to, you know what I mean, enhance your D-line, because you might lose a couple pieces there. Milton Williams might be gone. You know what I mean? You know Josh Sweat is 99.9% out of here. So why not use that time to enhance your D-line, enhance your offensive line? You know what I'm saying? Get somebody that can kind of play behind Mekhi Becton, because Mekhi Becton, he be getting banged up sometime. You know, but Mekhi Becton had a really solid year. It's a lot of things you could do, man. You know, you might need another running back. Kenneth Gainwell's out of here this year probably. So it's pieces in play. You know what I mean? But these young guys, we're looking for these guys to step up. We're looking for these guys. You might even want to look at a tight end in the higher rounds. You know what I mean? We're looking for these young guys to continue to play. We're looking for these young guys to play on these rookie deals and continue to produce. So let me know what you think in the comments, man.